As relocating parents will know, choosing the right school for their children is one of the most important decisions that they'll have to make. Landing at the right school can make a move smoother for both the parents and the children. For parents, a school that has an engaged and social parent community will make it easier to make friends. And for children, a school that has like minded peers, extracurriculars that the student is keen on, and a nurturing environment will make it easier for the child to integrate and feel a part of that new community. I recommend that families do their research in order to identify these schools. This includes visiting the schools so that they're able to get a first hand impression and have the opportunity to ask questions and observe students, teachers, and staff. Another way to support your child is to get in touch with the local families or the parent association prior to the start of the school year. Ensure that you're included in your child's class WhatsApp group, for example, and that you read communications sent by the school so that you can ask your child questions about events that are occurring at school or participate in them if that's an option. And finally, your child may be feeling mixed emotions due to this time of transition. Moving to a new country can be exciting, but also challenging. There are many support options available, including obtaining the help of a relocation coach if you or your child are having a difficult time adjusting. Parents may also be interested to read about the third culture kid phenomenon to better understand the impact that growing up within different cultures can have on their child. And so what I'm trying to say is that, an international move requires a lot of adjustment for the whole family, but the right school can go a long way to helping everyone feel more settled. So typically, the highest priority factors for families are curriculum, school culture, academic achievement, fees, and location. Many families assume that the curriculum will not have much of an impact on the child's learning experience and outcome. However, in my experience, it's one of the main reasons for discontent. Learning styles differ from one curriculum to another. For example, the Spanish curriculum is considered to be quite traditional and dependent on rote learning and memorization, whereas the IB curriculums emphasize more the development of skills such as communication, critical thinking, and teamwork. School culture and community should also be key considerations, as your child's school will likely be a social focal point for your family. So, a school which offers an engaged and active parent community will likely make it easier for new parents to integrate. And other factors that should be considered are the quality of the teachers. Are they qualified and experienced? Are they native speakers? Is there a high turnover of teachers, or is there a stable environment? So, on a practical level, I recommend that parents, number one, start their search as early as possible, as in some cities, the popular schools fill up quickly. Secondly, I recommend that parents visit all of the schools they're interested in and ask detailed questions. And finally, parents should really keep in mind that what works for their friends may not be right for their family. Yes, so school fees are indeed a major consideration for families, and rightly so, as fees can vary greatly. So please keep in mind that it can be tricky to compare fees at various schools, as some schools bundle fees, whereas others break them out. So these are the main fees that you should be aware of. So number one is tuition. It usually includes books and materials, but some schools, or very few schools, really charge that separately. School lunch and snacks. At some schools, this fee is mandatory. Extracurricular activities. Some schools may charge for the activities, some may not. And transportation fees may be relevant to you if you like your child to take the school bus, for example. Please keep in mind that there can be additional fees that come up along the school year, such as school trips. Then there are the fees related to application and re-enrollment. So application fee, some schools have one, some schools don't. Registration fee. At some schools, these can be pricey. So depending on the city, some schools charge up to 5,000 euros per child, and this fee is typically non-refundable. Re-enrollment fee, this fee is charged every year upon re-enrollment. Please keep in mind that some schools then deduct this fee from the first term's fees, but other schools do not. And now for some good news. Schools will generally offer tuition discounts for additional siblings, and they may also offer a discount if the annual tuition is paid upfront. And please keep in mind that schools tend to increase their fees yearly to keep in line with inflation, and that tuition fees increase as the child gets older. Typically, the application process for international schools is quite similar across different countries. The main steps are as follows. So first is the initial contact with the school. Most have a registration of interest form that parents can fill out on the school website. The parents will then receive an email from the school asking them to book in a visit or to proceed to the application form. School visit. As I've mentioned, I highly recommend that parents visit schools as that's really the best way to get a feel for them. If an in-person visit isn't possible, though, parents can schedule an online call with an admissions team member. The third step is usually the application form. So if parents are still excited about the school after the visit, they should complete the application form. And most schools or international schools use online platforms such as Open Apply. Then there are the additional documents that need to be submitted. You'll need to submit previous school reports and possibly a teacher recommendation, depending on the school. If the child has any special educational needs, schools ask that the latest psychological evaluation be submitted, as well as any individual educational plan. This document describes the accommodations that a student needs, such as extra time on an exam or sitting in front of a classroom, for example. And finally, some schools require an interview with the student and a placement test in English and math. So our experts simplify the school search process for families by clarifying and structuring it. So we provide different service levels, but generally we work with families to identify the best schools for their children, devise an application strategy, and then assist them throughout the application process. So to identify the best schools, we speak with families to learn more about their children, their interests, academic ability, and potentially any extra learning support needed. We also learn more about the family's requirements, such as location and fees. And based on the profile that we build for each family and child, we recommend the schools that would be best suited, but we do not choose the school. That decision is always up to the family. So we simply provide all of the information that they need in order to make the best decision possible. So that includes information that's not easily obtained without years of experience speaking to admissions teams, heads of schools, teachers, and countless parents. So what our clients really appreciate is having us as their guide throughout the process, which is commonly about 6 months long, but it can be shorter or longer depending on the family and their particular situation. We're always available to answer any question that arises. So in short, we provide our clients the confidence that they have chosen the right schools to apply to and that they have completed the process in the best and easiest way possible. So our university counselors each have decades of experience guiding students through the university application process in countries across the globe. They can help students at any point in their journey. Some students have long known what they want to study and where, whereas others need assistance to discover their interests. So our typical three-step process includes the following. So number one is exploring a student's options. This includes discovering their interests, the destination countries, and potential courses and universities. The second phase is what I call the preparation phase. It includes university visits, preparation for standardized tests and other exams, and CV and personal statement drafting. And the third part is submitting the applications. So our counselors are here to help until the student has been enrolled in the course or university of their choice. So in addition to this full package, we also offer more targeted help. For example, our specialists can help students craft their personal statement, or they can assist with Cambridge and Oxford interviews or other university interviews. In short, our clients come to us because we guide them to the best university for them and manage the application process around that student's schoolwork so that the student doesn't get overloaded or miss any important deadlines. We offer school search and placement services in Portugal and Spain. If you'd like to learn more about all of our services, including university services, please visit our website and get in touch. We'd love to hear from you.